Hey guys, welcome to Brick Talk TV Live. Welcome on this Sunday afternoon. We've actually had our first piece of snow this year in London today, so unfortunately I didn't wake up to any settling snow, but it was snowing from the sky when I woke up. But back to today. Today we're going to be looking at this this set, which is the Lego staff Christmas present. So my understanding is that every year Lego staff get a set given to them by Lego for appreciation for their hard work during the year. So I managed to bag this set via eBay. And this is the set that they got in 2020. So seeing as it's a month since we had Christmas Eve, can you believe it was actually that long ago, we're now going to be cracking this open and building this today. So this set is got 919 pieces, so it'll probably take us a couple of hours maybe to build it. It's set number 40022020, and it is actually commemorating the 40 years since Lego education was established and 50 years since the introduction of the first universal Lego gear wheel. So they mark this with a double anniversary with a special Lego education inspired model full of festive magic and joy. So this is going to be a festive build. It is, I think it's a workshop for elves, so we'll see that come along, and there's some mechanical things inside it that make presents whirl along and things like that. Also, you may have noticed I also put on the channel next month's live streaming, so we're going to be opening up our first on Lego art set, which is the Hogwarts crest. So we're going to be building each of these different designs. So obviously you've got one for each of the houses of Hogwarts, and we're going to start off with the House of Slytherin as the first one, and that's going to be every Sunday at 2 o'clock throughout February. So do check them out and get notifications, subscribe on the channel if you want to be alerted when those go live on the channel. So let's get back to today's build then. So we're going to be cracking open this set, and I'll change you over to the zoom build mode so you can see this box in a bit detail. So here you go, here's the back of the box, so you can get an idea of the set that we're going to be building today. So it's kind of a workshop of elves building presents on a conveyor belt with a Christmas tree, and then we should see some mechanical things moving across as well. So it's sealed, so let's crack this box open and see what we've got inside. This is the first time I've opened a staff gift, so it'll be interesting to see what we get inside. So here you go. You can see as we've opened this up, you've got this nice cardboard pull-out, which I guess is unusual for normal sets. I've not actually ever had a Lego Education set, so maybe you kind of get this stuff inside those. But you can see you got to scan the QR code to get the build instructions. Got some information on the history, and you can watch some videos by scanning this QR code, I think. And then on the back we've got some details of the history, and now you can download the app to build the model. Let's just put that to one side. This looks like the instruction manual to me, just a regular run-of-the-mill one, so I'll be using that. And it looks like these are nicely arranged. So we've got, I think looks like we've got 8 bags in total to get through today. So let's just sort these out in number order. So hold your ears now if you're going to be listening to the crackling of bags. More booklets here, so you can see actually you build these parts separately by the look of it, and you can connect them all together to make the overall scenes. Let's just put them to one side and reorganise the 8 bags. Hello to Adam as well, who's joined the live stream earlier. Welcome, glad to have you. Right, let's crack open bag 1. So as I said, there's 4 different booklets here, so we've got to find which one's for bag 1. I'm guessing it's going to be this one because this was top of the box, but it might not be. No, this is for bag 3, building this one. This one is for bag 7, comes after. Bag 5, so it must be this one then, is it? Yep, bag 1. So our first build is going to see us building this Christmas tree with an elf and a Christmas train going around. So it's similar to the free gift that we got in 2019 by the look of it, but made of different parts. So we just put these other instruction manuals to the side and finish opening these bags. Move these slightly out of the way so I can get the instruction manual in the shots. So let's start building this Christmas tree. How's everybody's Sunday going? I started building the police modular. It finally arrived in the post earlier in the week. So I've been spending Saturday and some of this morning building that model. So let's get going. And then the new police modular station, actually one of the best modulars of recent times in terms of the building experience so far. I'm built the ground level and I'm just starting the second level. But some of the techniques that Chris McVeigh I think is much more engaging than previous ones that I've built so far. So I think it's better so far than the corner garage and the bookshop, in my opinion anyway. Good to hear, KDS. You had any snow where you are today. He's going. Be lots of Technic bits, I should suspect, in this model, given its anniversary of the gear. Gonna be fiddly. Like that. Gear going on here. Yeah, it didn't settle here, the snow. It was snowing this morning when I woke up, but it's all disintegrated. My mum sent me pictures. It's levelled in her garden. I was hoping for at least a little layer of snow this morning. A bit disappointed, but never mind. Right, so he's in there. Bit of a firm base going on here there with this gear mechanism underneath. This piece going in here at the moment, not really connected anyway, just one pin. This is going to test my Technic skills. I can see it's interesting at the bottom. I've never noticed this before. There's a progress bar of how far you got through this particular build. It keeps going up every time you move through the stages. Is that on the other instructions? I've never noticed that before. Roughly about there. These gear pieces are interesting. These are in the new modular in green, using to make the trees out the front. They actually look really effective in the build, and another use for them rather than just using them for gears. Which looks like what the Christmas tree is going to be made out of in this set. we stick that on there like that. Isn't that right? Is that like that? Looks a bit like a fireplace. However, I'm getting that ice skating set coming through soon when the Garden City turns up. I've had notification it should be dispatched I think this week, so hopefully I'll get that before next weekend. Yeah, it seems like a fireplace we've got going on here. Looking like this. Mantelpiece gone on, and then a couple more cogs. One cog. 2 masonry bricks. Window and 2 2x2s. Clips in like that. You can see it. There's the chimney. There. Build the chimney up a bit more. So it looks like that. The proper mantelpiece then on top. And step 30 we want 2 of these Technic pieces with some plates on top. Like that. And then along 8 pieces in the middle like that. This bag is mainly building this fireplace up. I guess the next bag is going to be the Christmas tree. Pretty high now. Looking like that. A couple of slope pieces. And back. tile pieces to cap it up. Now another mechanism, so let's put that to the side. Pin 5 down, like that. Got this big gear piece to go in. Green, and a cog, and then that goes on top like this, and then this goes into the back somehow like this, by the look of it, and then on into I've got all these cogs in the back. Get them in, and this pin is in the bottom. Secure that. Then we've got to make the handle that turns all of this. So like that. Handle goes in, and a little red piece like that, and then looks like we turn it into there like that. We turn that, and we've got the parts in the floor moving down here, and then we've got the cog sticking out the top of the fireplace like that as well. But nothing moves apart from that yet. A couple of spare pieces, stick them to the side. So let's open bag 2. This looks like where the fun starts. So you've got an elf figure and the Christmas tree, I think. So these elf pieces look the same as the ones you get in the elf clubhouse. They've had red legs or green legs. No, they had green legs. They had green legs in that set. This one's got red legs, but same ears. And this is an original Lego face, plain smiley one, rather than the ones in the elf clubhouse. That's a nod back to the older figures. But they do have these elf hats with the ears. So that's our first minifig elf. And he's supposed to be sitting on top of the mantelpiece according to the instruction manual. About here. So, sitting above the fireplace. I've never come across an orange Technic claw. Sheltered life I've led, it's usually just a grey one. I did get this off eBay, yes, I got it just between Christmas and New Year, so I guess a lot of, there may be some employees out there that didn't want it. The set I got, there wasn't much of a bidding war on it. I think the prices have gone up a little bit now. because I guess there's even less than there was before Christmas. And I think I made an offer, so rather than getting into the bids, the person that sold it was open to an offer. I think they were quite keen to sell it quick for money for Christmas or for New Year, so it wasn't too bad. I didn't have a massive bidding war. Probably quite expensive now though, but I don't know. KD. I know there's still some on there because I get an email now and again because it knows I've searched for it before. It gives me some suggested lots. And this piece here, I don't know what this is going to do yet, but that piece goes in there, top of the mantelpiece. And we'll start putting a train track ready for the base of the tree, I think. Old car piece takes me back to the cars used to make in the 80s and 90s. Underneath. Got this kind of thing going on, and another two on a spider's web, which reminds me of the roller coaster. And yeah, a saw finger from the roller coaster sticking these pieces on the rods. Guessing this is what the Christmas tree baby's sitting on in a minute. Yeah, looks like it might be. So putting that into the position there. Got like this Christmas tree trunk, I guess, that's going to be there in a second. And now we build the train that's going around the bottom of the tree. Train, looks like it's a train. End up with this weird looking thing that has a clip on this side. It's going to clip into the spider's web that goes around the bottom of the. So it's not attached to the track obviously because it's a tile at the bottom. So it's going to attach to the spider piece. I call it a spider piece. That sort of spider's web kind of looking piece that we just put on, but it's not flat. So it kind of looks like that, if you can see it. It's attached with a clip there. So it's going to be dragged around, I guess, around the track as the tree spins around. I've got to build another carriage. The front of the train, you can see the little chimney on the front of the engine, and I guess that's a window for the main carriage, and that clips in as well. So you've got this, you can see it there. So that's that for the trains, and then got this turntable piece here. It's going to sit squarely on top like that, and then we start to build our trees. These are large cogs. And then we've got a transparent round plate that goes in the middle. If I can find where it's going to connect. Come on. Transparent piece there. And then I guess these are going to be baubles of some description. more lights on the tree for these yellow pieces. Looks like that, and then we stick another this looks like the KDS. This one looks like the biggest cog is the 6x6 by the look of it. Did you have a 6x6 or 8x8 in the ice rink one? Or is this the biggest one you've seen? I like the way they look, kind of like a splat, like something's been splattered on the floor. Probably quite a few uses you can get out of these. So here it's telling me on the instructions to look. You probably won't see it, but there's like an indented arrow piece, and it's telling me to look at the picture here to line up correctly where it will connect with the two arrows, so like that. And then put another transparent piece in the middle. This time we've got some red ball light things going on. And then a smaller cog. And it's telling me again for the arrows, so line the two arrows up on the cog to get the right connection. Right. There we go. We've got 3 layers of cog now, 2 large ones, and then we've got 4x4 going in. No, I didn't realise they'd come in different sizes. I thought the one in the police station was just the new piece and that was it. But it seems they've got other ones, which is good. A bit more of a trunk, some more lights. The 4x4. Use the arrows to the connection. Same again, tree trunk and yellow lights. And then another 4x4. Follow the arrows. So we've got this building up now. Yeah, maybe they'll come out in this colour in future sets. Maybe got a 2x2 one this time, so it's getting smaller now as we move up the top. Another layer. Look a bit pushy on the camera. One more piece on the arrows up, and then on top we've got a green cone that goes in the middle. And a little star into it like that. So there you go, there's the Christmas tree. Can't really see the baubles very well on this. They are there, and then this clips into that turntable. and I think that's it. Yeah, so then we just turn it and then we'll see what happens. So let's just turn this handle. Brace is ready. There you go. Tree's going round and then the train's whizzing round. What's quite clever is the cog that we put earlier into the mantelpiece is connected to obviously the cogs of the Christmas tree itself. So as they spin round in the back, the black cog is making the tree move round. That's clever. That's the first part of the set. Got a few spare pieces left over. Let's just put bag 2 out of the way and put these pieces. And then our next section of the workshop is to build, I think it's just an elf with a grey beard. I don't think it's Santa Claus himself. Let's put that over to the side, but we're going to be building this one. It's this guy at his workstation with some presents that he's making it with some hammers and some other tools. So my guess would be his arms are going to move up and down or something like that when we get to build it. Yeah, it's really clever the way the Christmas tree moves. Oh, there we go. Get these crackly bags out of the way. Right, so at the start of each book it's got an explanation as well for the parts. So this one's talking about the cams in this particular part of the build. So I think each section is trying to celebrate a particular element or mechanism. Slide these out of the way so I can get a bit of the instruction manual into the screen for you. So same starting by the look of it. I think the foundations are the same on all the sections. Foundations. I've gone wrong there. Did go wrong slightly. Yes, I spotted it early. Okay, so there's the base ready to go. Same construction as the last one. And then we've got to build out the wall at the back that the workman's working in front of. There seems to be too many pieces in this one compared to the last section. Build this wall up in the back. Is it really? Is it £220 now? Is it for this? What, for this set on eBay sealed? I can't. If I buy a Lego set, it's not to keep it sealed and wait for a rainy day to cash in on it. I have to open it up. That's what it's made for. That's my excuse anyway. I saw somebody on Facebook the other day that purchased the Ghostbuster firehouse sealed. He was also saying, oh, I don't know if I can open it. But that's what they're made for. You've got to open them and build them and get the enjoyment out of them. 235, wow. Maybe I should have kept mine sealed. I must have been lucky enough to get in there early, because I think I paid, it was 150 I think for this set plus delivery, and I think it was, you know, about 20 quid delivery, so it's probably a bit more. He's trying to probably make a bit more money out of the sale, but so it was 170 this one cost to purchase on eBay between Christmas and New Year. I think the advice would probably be, if you want it, make sure you buy it between Christmas and New Year before it gets too popular. I don't know where I saw it now in the first place to be able to sort of get a... I think I might be, because I follow... Yes, that's what it is. I think because I follow a couple of Lego designers on Twitter. I think one of them had posted the picture of the box and said, oh, I've got the annual Lego set. And I was like, oh, that looks interesting. I'll put this upside down now. That looks interesting. I should... maybe I'll have a look to see if anybody's selling it, because I don't know if they give it to all the staff. So I guess some people, if they give it to everybody, like people that work in shops and stuff, they might be more interested in the money than wanting to keep the set, because it's like a part-time job or whatever. So I just randomly looked on there and they had them for sale. So I snapped it up. I've got a feeling they give a set of some description every year to the staff, but sometimes they're smaller than others depending on if there's anniversaries or things going on. So now before they've done the Nutcracker in Lego, and I was tempted to get that, but that's silly money now. That's like £300 I think. There's not many of them for sale. I'm guessing these are going to be the arms of the worker, the elf. And we've got this look going on here. Something there is going to happen, I reckon. Build some more of the background up. Right, and then we put this piece to the side for now, and the next thing is to build, by the look of it, a body with some little legs sticking out the bottom, so hence the green for an elf, I think. Nearly got a Lego injury. So we've got so far. I think the legs are going to stick out of these pins here, which are going to be these tubes and these pieces here. This is like his little leg with a black boot on. That's going to go into there. And we need another one, so here we go. Got his dangly legs hanging over like that. We'll bring this back in, and we need to connect him onto these jumpers. By the look of it, there he is, just hanging about with his wobbly legs. Connect him to the back like that with the 1x4 plate, and now we've got some construction of gears and bits to do. It goes down like that. Window in the back, and this mechanism. So in there like that, and that like that. Then here come the cams, which go into the closest one. Same again. This mechanism with the cams on, and then we need to stick it into the third one and secure it with a piece like that. Kind of got this mechanism at the back, going in the back, and then we've got to do the same on the other side now to secure it, I guess. That on the other side, and stick the pin in. Stick all these pins. Then we got that. Now it's saying, just to demo it, if you move these, if you twist this, you can see the little leg, the little arms. Like you see, little arms going up and down when it rotates. So I just got to put the Technic pins in so you can connect it to the other half, and then we've got to open the next bag. So, bag 4 of 8. finish this section off. Oh, one more bag. Spot that there. Right. So I think this is going to be a swinging clock that will go on the wall. I guess it's going to swing as the guy is working, the elf is working. It's going to go. So attach that onto just by one brick here. It's going to be hit as it rotates round, so it's going to make the pendulum look like it's swinging. And we're done. Gold scrolls which are going around the clock, and then just a couple more bricks to build the height up of the back wall. These slope pieces, so you can kind of see it's coming together on that side. Same as before, then to build the wall up at the back. Tiles just to smooth off the top. Then we need to build the clock, so we've got a hinge piece with a gold bullion piece in reddish brown, and then we should have a tile with a clock face on. Just trying to run away. Similar to the one you get in the Disney sets, which is coming up to midnight, and then that's. Did I miss a jumper edition? I did. Put the jumper on like that, and then you got that. So you can see the clock there now, and this is going to swing. The pendulum's going to swing back and forth in a second, but now we need to put some things on the shelf in the background to make it look like a workshop. So there's various cylinders, all with dark bluish grey, one by one. Tiles to go on. Yellow one and an orange one. That makes it look a bit more like a workshop on the back shelf now. Looks like paints or something sitting on the back. I've used this tooth piece here at the end. I wonder if that's to make it look like there's like paint dribbling down the side of the tin. It's on the edge. It kind of looks like that. We can't see it too well, but there's like a tooth piece there to make it look like it's dribbling, I think. Then we need to get the top bit of the torso going up on the elf. metallic 1x2s with some pins going in. And then some white jumpers going on top of the body, because I think that's where the head's going to start being connected. This looks like it's the face coming together now. So I think, believe it or not, this is going to be a face. Oh, he dropped his eye. Did he go? Oh. Fiddly eye pieces, so you got some eye tiles. Looks like that. And then we're going to build an elf hat on this hinge piece here, which is quite clever because they put a get this right way round. They've put a frog piece on top of the hat. So you've got this pointy piece at the top in green, and then that goes into this hinge piece here and sits at a slant like that. So that's his elf hat, and then his elf ears are actually these tooth plates, one by one with the tooth piece, and they go on like see the ears, pointy ears. It's quite clever. And then we've got this piece here to go on the front, which is giving his beard. It's very clever. And then that just goes on to these jumper pieces here, but that looks particularly tight. That's because I missed a piece there. That's better. Put his ear back on. There we go. So you can see his face and his hat hangs over just a little bit over the wall. It's very clever. Now we've got these workbench that he's sitting at. So we've got these scroll pieces in each corner to start us off. In fact, we're going to put 4 of these on each side. Nice sturdy workbench. And then the arch goes on the bottom there to lift it up a bit. Make it elf height. Sitting elf height. This nice bench with some scroll work on there, and then that just sits in front of the elf. So you can see, there you go, that's where he's going to be working at. Next up, we've got to fill his workbench up with presents and toys that he's making. So you've got to stick some of these pieces. I think he's using yellow paint because he's got bits of yellow there, which I'm guessing he's dripping his paint everywhere. So he's kind of got this drip at the front. And then we've got to make a couple of in-flight presents by the look of it, of something that he's making. Two of those. Place it on the front like that. Then we've got this yellow present. Tie on some jumpers. So a bit of an angle. Kind of looks like that. And now we've got to looks like build these arms that are going to be working. Here's some tools. He's got a hammer in one hand, and then it looks like a rolling brush in the other. So this man is hammering things and painting, so he's a very efficient worker. So I don't think I could do that at the same time. Then we've got a standard rolling brush piece, and then that just connects to that arm there. Hang on, I have that sticking upwards. That's it. So there we go. So he's got a rolling brush with yellow paint in that hand. He's got a hammer in that hand, and when I move this, we should see his arms moving up and down. So he's actually working on the toys, and then the clock in the background should, the pendulum should move, I think. So let's find out. There you go. There he's busy, and these are using the cam pieces in the background. Very clever. Guess all of these mechanisms connect, so I can just rotate the one handle at the end, and they'll all move at the same time. It's very clever. And in the back, you've got the cam over here moving around, which is hitting the red piece here, which is making the arms move, and then this white piece here is being hit by this sort of dark silver piece, which is actually making the pendulum move. So as you move round, it's just causing that flicking effect to move the arms and move the pendulum back and forth. Very clever. Let's put that to the side then. So that's that one. Put these pieces away. And then the next one looks like we're building a female elf. And that's going to go next to the Christmas tree when that's finished. I think I probably forgot a couple of technical things in the Christmas tree because it needs to connect at some point. Let's just put some of those in. So that's our first two sections stuck together. Put them to the side, and then get bag 5, and in this one we're going to be building this sort of, looks like a corner unit actually, it kind of goes around in the corner, but we've got this female elf holding a present with a candle light, and then there's, looks like some sort of robot with a mouse on the floor doing something like that. Let's crack open these bags. So this particular part of the build is celebrating the universal joints. So these are those funny joints you get. You've got them in the roller coasters, and as an example, and the ghost house I think this year had them. So this one is celebrating that connection piece. And I think we're actually starting in a different kind of frame on the base because this is like a corner piece, so it's not going to be the same. Hey Brody, welcome to the live stream. Oh, you've got this set as well. Have you built it or have you kept it for a rainy day? That's one part. The mirror image on the other side. That's good. I was saying that as well. I find these models are built to build rather than to keep hold of. So we've got this piece now. This is the sort of frame going in, so you can see it's like a corner piece. Another hinge. Can make it more secure there. And there's more hinges in black. Looks like the floor coming together. So there's the floor, and a bit more for the floor to go. The front bit. I got this, Brody. I got this set from eBay just between Christmas and New Year time. So that's not a good base, is it? Oh, I've done it back to front. Hate when that happens. Lack of concentration, so that goes on that. Get there in a minute. Right, that's better. And then 2 more black pieces go on there. Hi Perry, welcome to the chat and the stream. I think Brody, you got a bargain there buying yours. Mine was much more expensive than that. So we've got that base now. And another 3. Hey Perry, I'm not building Sesame Street, although I have recently built that. This is the Christmas set that the staff got, Lego staff got this year. So I'm building, that's what this is constructing at the moment. Brody, I think mine was about £150, I think I ended up spending on it. So you did get a real good bargain there. I need to know where you get yours from, save me some money. That's all right, Perry. Glad to have you anyway, even if you were expecting Sesame Street. I built Sesame Street the other week actually. It's quite a good set for different pieces that I've not used before. Well, Brody, you're really good on eBay if you got all that for that price. You're in the UK, are you? I need to get some eBay tips from you. £50 for a job lot, including Mario. Wow. Build up the back wall. Right, so now we're gonna, there's the foundation that we've got going there, like a pizza slice. Now we're going to start building out the elf. I'm going to start with the legs by the look of it. So, of course, all elves have to have mandatory red and white striped socks by the look of it. And the leg's going to go on there. Yeah, Brody, I look at Facebook Marketplace. I can never see, I can never find the good deals. I feel like everybody knows how much these things are costing, so I can never find them. Missed the boot bit there. I do keep an eye out for these things. We've got these legs appearing there in the middle. I can't remember the last time I went to a boot sale. Last time I went to one, I probably wasn't into collecting Lego, so I wasn't looking for any Lego pieces, but I imagine you get some, you find some good ones for people that get them as toys and don't use them and then just want to get rid of them without realising how much they're worth. I think this is going to be her skirt. She looks like she's wearing a skirt on this one. So they'll be able to twist her waist, I guess. And then we attach that to the legs. So we've got this look going on here. Yeah, £25 is really good for the detective's office. I can't remember how much I paid for mine. I had to get mine second hand off eBay because by the time I sort of got into Lego again, it was one of those sort of modulars that were retired. Piece. So building the back wall up a little bit there. There's more to do. So me speeding on, not reading the instructions. It is a good deal for the brick bank, £80. I need to rebuild my brick bank actually. I think I had some missing pieces because I got again second hand off of eBay, but I think there was a couple of pieces either built incorrectly or were missing. I can't remember now, but I do know I need to rebuild it at some point. So I've got a bit of a wall going on there. Another one on the other side. So, got this angled wall at the back with a hole in the middle there as well. This is where the mechanism may come through. Yeah, it did snow, Brody, where I am in the UK. It was snowing this morning when I woke up, but when I went outside to check, there was nothing on the ground, so it just melted away, which is disappointing because I know what would happen if I wasn't in lockdown and we weren't all working from home. I'd have to get up tomorrow and battle the train system, and it would be like 6 inches of snow. But of course, I can stay at home. It's decided not to sell. Right, so. To show you how far we've got with this one then. So this is the end of that bag. So far we've got the back wall and we've started to build the female elf's legs and skirt. I guess her waist is going to go onto this. And then we've got to go on to the next bag, which is bag 6, and we'll start building out more. Should finish off this section, and we'll only have one more section to go. See you later, Brody. Thanks for joining us. Come on, Technic pins. I see gears. You've got some gears coming. Right, get the crackly bag out of the way. So let's start this off. So those blue pins in the ends, and these bigger golder ones go on top. we need a Technic pin in this cog. Something like that. And then this goes through there, and then you stick another cog on this side. I think. So, got this kind of thing going on. Then we want that hinge piece, of which this is celebrating. So this is the hinge piece, and we want to stick a red bar into that. Let's get this the right way around. That then goes through there, and then we get another big cup, and it goes in like that. So, got this kind of mechanism going on here. And then we stick another one of these to make it secure. So there we go. And then we need a brown piece to be the lever, which will connect, I guess, to the other piece in a second. So when we turn that, this thing goes round. Then go back to our model, look around the back, and then we need to stick this into the holes we already have. So it goes in the back there. And what to do? More mechanism building. It's the same sort of thing. So like that. We end up with this kind of motor here, and that's going to go on the opposite side. So it looks like that. It's interesting. So this is how this slight angled place here. So this is where the little hinge piece is going to come in handy, I guess. So we can go around the corner eventually. And yep, so to line this up and then stick that, push this pin back through there like that. There we go. So there you go. Can you see the hinge piece here? Allows us to spin this mechanism on both sides around the corner. Cool. So that seems to be all the mechanics in the back done. Now spinning back round, add some more detail. The elf needs a candle so she can see what she's doing. Right, so put the candle piece in there. I wonder if Lego always position the flame pieces in the same direction in all their models, or whether they put them in random flickering directions. Never know. So we've got a candle now. Flame is in this direction. Next we've got to build, I think, her body. So it starts with a 2x2 and a couple of 1x3s plates, and building that kind of look at the moment. course, the standard red and white stripes going up the front of the elf's tunic or top, jacket, whatever you want to call it. So front looks like that. And we've got to stick a couple of Technic pieces, pins into here, and then tops off the body with some white jumpers, which I guess is usually where the head then gets connected. But before we do the head, we've got to push up this black piece at the back with a cheese slope, and then you've got this tan coloured 2x2 rounds to start the neck, so if you can see that. Right, then spinning around the back, the microphone kind of piece, or maybe the microphone piece, I don't know what that is, it's a Technic piece I think, into the back, and then add this piece. This joint piece goes in the back, and then we connect it on top of the elf's body. So I'll stick her body onto the jumpers here, then round the back where this lever piece comes in, we just hook it over this Technic pin. Didn't clip in though. Just double check, make sure that I've not missed a trick. Yep, that looks right. So that goes into like that. Then we've got 3 Technic pins just to stick on the side so it can connect to the next model. And then her arms come together, so some more tube pieces. I've not come across this one before. Got a sort of angled piece. So it's one arm piece, and then that's going to connect all like that. And then we've got to build a present that she's holding. All nice red and white stripes because it's Christmas look, and there's a little star that sticks on top, like a little bow on top of the present, and then that clips into the one hand, and then we'll do the other hand I guess, which is similar. Just need to click these into the Technic pins we've already put in place. Using a trick with that. Here comes her head. Her eyes are closed this time. Same sort of elf hat with the frog on top, which I still love, and and then clip that into position. And at the back there's a telephone receiver in red. We'll clip it into the back before we put the elf ears on. Again. Oh, that wasn't in properly. That's it, so you kind of got, there she is with her ears and this telephone receiver at the back, and then that just sticks on top of her neck. And what I'm still confused with is I still don't think that's stuck in properly at the back, but we'll come back to that in a sec. And then we've got to build the robot that's on the floor. I think it's a robot anyway. Never put these stud pieces in a wheel before. Tyre. So 2 of those. Do that twice. Ouch. Got that on the other side. This looking thing, and then you need to attach these pieces with an eye in the middle. Clip something like that. Try and get the ears similar. So that little robot thing. And that sits on the floor in front. Somehow. Ooh, there we go. So we've kind of got this little robot, and then she's holding a present. Now, I feel I've done something wrong there. Because that can get out. So, I find when I spin the mechanism at the back is the bar we stuck in earlier. That's why. Of course I stuck the wrong thing in. I put a Technic pin into this cog earlier, and actually it needs to be this Technic pin with the ball on the end, of course, so that this piece can clip in more firmly. Because it was falling out, like so. That should be it now. So let's just spin this, he says. Oh, stuck in there. Become disconnected. That's it. There you go. She is happily moving presents back and forth. So that's that one. I think we're done with that one. Just double check. Done the robot. Yep, she moves round. Oh, got the mouse. Got to sit the mouse down. This little mouse goes on there. Same colour as the floor. The mouse is in place now. And now she moves back and forth quite happily with her presents. And then that sticks onto the end of this one. So just drag these in. And then let's just click that into position. So this is our build so far. Hopefully you can see it like that. And now we've got the last part to do, which is a conveyor belt of presents which are being produced. Put these pieces away. And this is the last section, so we've got the last 2 bags to go, and then we're nearly done. I put this manual to the side. Bag 7, and this is what we're going to be building as part of this one. So you can see there's a conveyor belt going on with an elf looking over the top, and then the presents I guess go underneath and keep coming back round. let's open the bag. Right, so this one is celebrating the mechanical belts. So as you can see here, just to call out, that's what this book is celebrating. And this one has a conveyor belt in this section. So I think this is going to be the same base as the others now, because we're not on an angle, so we're flat on, so it's going to be a similar base construction. There's the previous two before the last one. These up, and another 1x3 plate. Where are you hiding? There you are, in front of me. Right. Flip it over, fill in with grey pieces. Onto the top, and need to build these bricks out first. So this is how the base is looking at the moment. Build the sides up. Sides at the back building up, and then we have got these log pieces building up at the front as well. So we've got this thing going on at the moment. This is a weird mechanism doing something. I'm not sure what yet. This goes on the side here. This is going to be like some sort of control mechanism maybe, and I need to stick this flower piece into that Technic pinhole. Go. Well, that kind of look. And we've got this where the conveyor belt's going to be, I guess. So we've got to build this up a bit more, so it's higher. These log pieces, and then we have some of those extra pieces down there. Right, so that's that for now. Now we need to start looking at the mechanism. This is an unusual cog as well. I've not come across this personally, this one before, which doesn't mean much. So we've got these cogs here, and then they're going across. What's the conveyor belt? What's the conveyor belt? Like this. Build the size up again around the side of that. Need a plate to go across the top just to make sure it's all secured, doesn't pop out. Then it's got to build the back up, ready for the mechanism in the back. A couple more 2x2s, L-shaped. Build the back of the wall up, so we've kind of got a couple of windows here as well, which the mechanism I guess is going to go through. Going through like that. Because on this set at all so far. Look at this machine out on the sides. Then we need to add some more cut pieces out here. So we've added these wheel piece here on this side. There just to strengthen it, I guess, and then the third one down. So you just stick that in there as well. So we've got a rod going through. another cog on the rod going into this piece we just put in. So we've got that piece in there now, and then on the other side, just to strengthen it again. Stick that pin in like that. So that's that, and then I guess there's going to be a yellow rod coming through just to secure that into that side. So there you go. So now we've got the cog nice and secured here. I've got this conveyor belt starting to take shape there. So now we're moving on to bag 8, which is the last bag. We should bring all of this front part together. And here you can see these are the pieces that this particular part of the set is celebrating. Get these in other sets. I've seen them, mainly seen them smaller actually than this size, quite large. That's what this one is supposed to be celebrating. So to start us off, we need 3 of these to start forming the conveyor belt. And then we're going to start making presents that start appearing on the conveyor belt and sticking them to the conveyor belt with these ones. So first present up, nice heart, purple and azure coloured present, and that just pops on with a Technic pin to the conveyor belt. We need another 3 stuck together. And another present, this time on this piece, and it's got flour sticking up top of it. Present like that, and then same again, sticks into the 3rd one. So we've got another part of the conveyor belt with another present on, and then we need to stick that to the first piece we just made. So now we've got 6 conveyor belt pieces stuck together. The present's looking like that. Another 3 pieces. And then taller present this time, a gold 2x2 piece with a gold heart on top. Like that. Stick a Technic pin in the bottom and same again, stick it into the middle piece. So stuck on there like that, and that goes to the end of the conveyor belt. So you've got these presents coming out now. Another 3 stuck together, the conveyor belts. This is a larger present this time. Going to go on. Couple of wedge pieces to make a bow kind of looking thing, and then 2 of these pieces, so we've got some Technic pins at the bottom. Got this present looking like that, and then that's going to go into the middle piece as well, like that, and then we attach that to the end of the conveyor belt that we've already got. So we're ending up with some pieces like that. We're not done yet though, there's another present. So another 3 conveyor belt pieces stuck together. This is the last present. And then we've got a big a big piece here, and I was talking to somebody from Lego actually the other day about their favourite piece, and this was their favourite piece. Okay. And you can see here it's actually got the Technic pin holes ready for the Technic pins, and it's a normal brick, and this is one of the bricks where Technic meets normal Lego bricks. So there you go. So we're going with this one. So it's got red with a green top tiles, and we've got a star to go on top for the bow. So we've got this kind of look, and then we need to stick 2 Technic pins in the bottom, and it's going slap bang in the middle of that bit like that, and then we connect that to our already existing conveyor belt. So we've got all these presents. Now the fun part of attaching the conveyor belt to this mechanism. So it puts it, okay, so wants me, I think, to do it this way around. Probably not the best place to do it, because it's can I do it? Can I do it? Nearly. There we go. Success. So if we spin it now, you can see the conveyor belt goes round, the presents spin round. So this is the front, and actually there's a specially printed piece here, look, on a panel. It's got the gold 40, it says 40 years Lego education on the front. And we stick that at the front here. So let's do that. And then the 2 white curved pieces here just go at the wall. So we've got this look now. Next, just building up some of the wall, and we're covering up. Well, we're joining this panel that we've stuck with the 40 years onto the actual conveyor belt itself using some curved pieces and a tile. So got this curved look now, stuck in firmly in position. Next we have to build, by the look of it, a flap that says warning, which I guess is where all the presents are going to flip underneath. I think that's in the first hole, it's hard to see from the instructions. We have this looking thing here, so this is going to flap as the presents go through, I think. So we just stick this on top like that, so you can see there's a black and white flap as the presents go through, which they'll hit as they go through. A couple of these 1x1 clip pieces, let's go on top. Build the back of the wall up again. Ooh, try not to break it. Ooh. Tight squeeze. So we've got this look here. We just need to put the tiles on top, as we did on all the other ones. So just use the black tiles stuck on the top there, and then we just need to put the cover over the top of the black and yellow flaps that we did. These are the arch pieces, and they just go over over here. Then a couple of torches by the look of it. So we've got green and a red torch. I guess these are the machine lights. Stick those on either side there. And then we've got a mechanism to build with an elastic band which is in here. Just open this up. Got a blue elastic band. That's part of that. So we need this piece and these two. And then it shows this rubber band, I think, being put through like that. So we've got this rubber band hanging between here. And then that sticks into this funny looking contraption here. Where's this got going? Oh, that's going to go we've stuck that round there. So the elastic band's gone round this big wheel here, and this piece sticks like that at the moment. Then we've got to build the elf that's sticking over the top of the machine. So he's wearing little pink trousers with black shoes. Build his body up. Stick that on there. He's got a look going. And set those in the front. Like that. Then we've got to do his head. Another elf hat, same as before, with a green cone and a frog sitting on top. So he's looking like that. And of course the elf ears have got to go on. That connects like that, so that little technical there is like his open mouth. It's quite clever. And then he just sits, he just clips with these hooks over the top. You can see from the back he looks like that. and then from the front he's looking like that, and he's just hanging there. And so let's see what happens when you spin this. The presents, I guess, are going to move through, and then this is going to do something, I guess. I don't know, maybe it's going to clatter. So look, there you go. There you go. Presents are moving through the conveyor belt, knocking that flat when that thing is spinning around as well. And he's moving a little bit, but it's probably because I'm holding him up here. So that's that piece, which is cool. Let's just make sure there's nothing else. So we just need to add that to the end of the others. Let's bring this in and then clip them with the Technic pins. Make sure it's fully connected. I think it's about right. Move these loose bits out of the way first, and then we'll give the whole thing a try together with the handle at the other end. See if it operates it all as we expect it to. So hopefully you can see that. And there we go. So there's the elf workhouse. Got the Christmas tree spinning round that we built earlier with the train running round underneath it. You got the guy in the workshop painting and hammering the toys in the middle here. And you got the female elf who seems to be, I think, passing the presents from the workman here into the conveyor belt, I think is the theory. And then of course you've got the conveyor belt of all the presents spinning round, and this elf at the top who keeps jumping up a little bit and actually moves along a little bit as the presents flip round. That's quite cool. I really enjoy that. That was a real enjoyable build. That was something different, and hopefully you found it interesting to watch the build along as well. So I'll probably stick this with my other Christmas themed sets, and maybe I might rearrange the shelves behind me to start displaying some of these. And just in case you're interested, on the back here's all the mechanisms that we've built. So I'll try and spin it round so you can see the mechanisms in the back moving around, like that. Ugh. So you can see behind the scenes of all the little things that are going on as it spins round. You've got a celebration of all the different types of mechanical. You've got cogs, you've got the cams, you've got the hinge joint there, and you've got this conveyor belt kind of piece as well. And all together, this was the present that all the Lego employees got for 2020. So hopefully you enjoyed that nice little build. Let's just flip back now then to the main screen. Let's position that one round. Might be slightly brighter for you there, so let's move it there so you can kind of see it, and just do it again moving away. So you can see it spinning around as well in a bit of better light. It's a bit dark on the other camera. So there we have it. So there you go. I suppose you can go backwards and forwards. Probably the best way of doing it is that way, isn't it? Because then the presents are going under the conveyor belt like that. So there you go. That was the Lego staff present for Christmas 2020, all built. I'll do a review of this set as a separate video as well. And you can obviously play this back to watch the build sequence at your own heart's content, because I'll publish this after we finish the stream today. The next couple of videos actually on the channel are going to be looking at the Batmobile and the Batwing. So we're doing a review of those for the next couple of weeks. We're going to be quite Batman focused on the Friday episodes that come out. And as I mentioned, our next live streams, we won't have one next week, but we'll have one every weekend in February. And we're going to be moving through this Harry Potter art set. So this is actually going to be the first art set that I've built. So it's going to be interesting to go through the experience of building that. And every week we're going to build a new crest from the different houses of Hogwarts. So we're going to start off with Slytherin, and we're probably going to end with Gryffindor at the end of February. So we'll be building one of these a week. I'll probably take it apart after each stream, and then we'll rebuild it from the following week into the different type of design as well. So if you're interested in taking a look at that, they've already been published on the channel, scheduled on the channel, so you can hit an alert to make sure you get notified when we go live. But we're aiming to do 2 p.m. every Sunday. That's GMT time, so look out for that as well. If you found this build interesting, as always, hit that like button. It helps us out in terms of getting notified and more views. And also, if you found this useful and the other stuff we do on the channel, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button to be alerted. I'm pleased actually recently we went through 500 subscribers, so glad to see that people are appreciating my efforts during lockdown of filming these different Lego videos. If you've got any comments or anything that you'd like us to see film or any sets you'd like us to cover, do feel free to stick them into the community tab or in any of the comments on any of the videos as well. So it'd be good to hear kind of things you'd like me to cover as well, so we can get that right stuff out to you. And I suppose that's it for today. So enjoy what's left of your weekend and your Sunday. I hope you enjoyed this build along with me. And until next time, stay safe and I'll see you then.